Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. It's our NFL Draft Special Prospect Special. Today we're going to highlight J.K. Dobbins, running back of the Ohio State Buckeyes. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. I'm your host, Vincent Turner, and joining me today is a very special guest. He's very talented. He's the former head coach of Mount Zion High School here in the Atlanta metro area, but you're going to see him on the horizon because he's going to be doing great things. I'm going to say it real quietly at the next level. I'm not going to say anymore. My man, Mr. Kevin Jones. If you like the video, please come in and share it as we're going to break down J.K. Dobbins, running back of the Ohio State Buckeyes. What you like about Mr. Dobbins, Coach Jones, and please tell the audience out there why you think the gentleman might be the first back taken in the 2020 NFL Draft.
Well, let me tell you some of the things. A former defensive guys as myself, here's the things that threaten us. Guys that can run inside the tackles, they can run outside the tackles, and the ultimate death penalty is when they can catch the ball in space. Dobbins can do all three. Now, when you talk about a back being able to do all three things, all facets of the game, and the great thing about him, which it makes it hard for a defense, is he's a one step and he's gone. He's one cut. He's not a wiggle kid. So when you have a running back that will square them shoulders, take that step, cut, square them shoulders, get downhill, and the greatest asset he has is he can outrun people. So I think that that's one of the things that will attract various teams in the NFL because he can do all those things in just one play. He's that good of a player, and I expect him to be one of the top. I expect him to be one of the top running backs taken in the first round.
I'm going to say this about Mr. Dobbins, coach, is that his sophomore year, he kind of struggled, didn't have a great year. I think because the Ohio State defense really threw the ball and Dwayne Haskins was putting up numbers. He came back this year and kind of under Justin Fields, kind of more or less became the running back we knew he could when he came out of LaGrange, Texas. And I think because Justin Fields was more than a thrower, he was a dual threat guy and can really threaten the defenses. Now, that was just my perspective, you the coach here. But most of all, as I told you here, 100 Yards Football, I judge people in big-time games. And he surprised me against Clemson when you just mentioned how he ran away from people. Then number two was really impressed me the most. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. I didn't think he was that much of a receiving threat. And then the biggest thing with me, when I look at running backs, I look at the vision. To me, he's got that same vision like the Kansas Comet, Gary Sayers. In the vision, that young man out of Pensacola, Florida, who now owns, I think, the NFL rushing record. Right. Went to the University of Florida, 3 Super Bowl rings, Emmitt Smith. Right. So I think his vision is on that level, and that's what impressed me about J.K. Dobbins. And he told me everything I need to know in that semifinal college football playoff game against Clemson.
I think that he does a great job of. Some running backs like to there's what we call in defensive football, we call the Batman and the Robin. Well, some guys like to be the sidekick, but this guy likes to be the guy. Even on a team where there's some great players, his thing is his electricity when he swells up when he gets to football. You know, being able to run inside for tough yardage. Those are some things, and you can just tell by the acceleration what he does in the game. And I think that that's a great asset. You know, the NFL is going to teach him how to block.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
He'll have a coach to teach him how to block, but, you know, that he's still one of those kids that when he's on third down, he is also still a threat. So I really expect him to be one of the top backs taken, if not the first back taken, because he played in a great program.
No doubt.
And a lot of people say, well, he faced a lot of 7-man boxes and not 8 men in the box. And for football lingo, everybody knows that's how many people in the box before the play starts. His asset is he can still run through that line and he can bump his head on the goalpost.
Now, to end the video there, you brought up one key point I want to bring. You said one-cut slasher. It made me think about when you look at the running back position, and I go back, it was only 2 players I saw that can use that one cut effectively. And I'm going to go back, first time I saw him in 1967 when USC played UCLA. He was out of Galileo High School in San Francisco when O.J. Simpson can make that cut on that 63-yard run against UCLA. And then the other gentleman was out the Pittsburgh area when he was at Pitt. When Pitt played Georgia, in the Sugar Bowl in '76. Tony Dorsett, how he can have that one cut, boom, and he gone. To me, I see J.K. Dobbins having that type of one cut slash ability.
Well, from a defensive standpoint, we try to make guys, wiggle guys don't hurt us as much because we want them to tap dance their feet so we can bring the pursuit to make the tackle. That's not what Dobbins is going to do. He's going one step, and you better get ready. You better bring your popcorn because he's going to hit his head on the goalpost, and I think that's what's going to be able to electrify him to all those scouts when they get a chance to watch him play on the next level. And I think that he's going to be a jewel, whoever gets it.
Now, before we end the video today, and I want you to explain this to the audience. Explain to us that one cut slash as you're talking about his ability, J.K. Dobbins, and then I'm comparing him to O.J. Simpson and Tony Dorsett. Explain to the audience what that one cut slash means.
For us, that means from the defensive side of the ball, we want those running backs to not get their shoulder squared to the line of scrimmage and come downhill. We want them to go side to side because when they go side to side, that means our pursuit can get there. So that means all 11 helmets get to the football, and that helps us. But if you have a guy that takes one step and he's gone, then that's a danger because that means it's going to be bye-bye. He's going to bump his head on the goalpost, and he's already to the second level, to the third level, which means the defensive linemen never have a chance to make the tackle. So that one step means he's gone, see you later, and the head coach doesn't decide if he's going to go for 2 points or 1 point after the touchdown. So that's what that one step means.
Thank you today for watching our video. If you like it, comment and share it. I'm Vincent Turner, joined me by this guy that's got a lot of knowledge, Mr. Kevin Jones, former head coach of Mount Zion High School here in the Atlanta metro area. And you've been watching 100 Yards of Football. Happy Valentine's Day, and we're going to be bringing you a lot of great NFL draft prospect specials and information. Have a wonderful day.